So today I need to set up a creep feeder here for these fall-born lambs. So I'm a little late in setting up this creep feeding area for these lambs. They have been getting feed. I have a little feed trough in here just for them that I've been putting a little bit of grain in while I feed the ewes. I know they're eating it. I'm watching them eat it. So what I want to do is set up this little area so they can have constant access to feed, and I can start reducing the feed that I am giving to the ewes. That way their milk production should start dropping, and that way it'll make it easier when we go to wean. So here it is, we got it set up. Currently it's 4 foot by 4 foot. And we had Jay Winkle with Winkle's Farm Supply make this gate for us. This is a really nice creep gate for us. This side bar that runs horizontally has 4 different adjustments up or down, depending on the height of the lambs. And then you can remove any of these that you want. That way you can make a couple openings, one bigger, one smaller, and as the lambs grow, you can adjust to their size. And this creep gate has been very handy for us. We've used it so far for the last couple years, and we really like the way it's set up. It's been very versatile, and then you can just put these rods back in, and if you need an extra 4-foot gate for a short period of time, you can use it for that also. So with our creep area open, here's a bucket from a grain leg that we recycled and use as a feeder here. I got it hung up right there. I'm gonna leave this bucket of water in here, and then I'm just gonna add a new one for the ewes. So this creep area should be just the right size for these 3 lambs. They really don't need much room, just some room to get away from mom and get feed whenever they want it. The one thing I do need to keep an eye on is this horizontal bar across here. I just need to make sure that it's set at the right height. We don't want it up too high that these ewes can crawl in here, because as I'm cutting back their feed, of course, they're going to want to try to get to this feed. And we have had an instance before of the ewes coming in underneath that bar. But the only way to really know that is once we start adding feed to it, just watching to make sure one doesn't crawl in. So you can see with the creep feeder, I got feed in here for the lambs. They're doing good eating their feed. They're able to get in and out of this. I actually ended up having to open up one other bar on that end, just because when basically you can see, like when this guy was standing there eating, he was blocking the entrance. That way they can all get in here. So with the ewes, they'll go ahead and eat all their feed up. Then they also come over and try to get in. You can kind of see they have stuck their head and stuff through there trying to see if they can get to the lamb's feed. But this works out pretty good because we're gonna start reducing these girls here, their feed amount. So we've had this creep area set up for about a week now, and you can see with the reduction in feed that the ewes are getting, they have made their way into the creep feeding area. They actually bent this metal rod going across the top, but that rod's adjustable. So what I'm going to end up doing is dropping it down about 2 rungs, making the entrance a little bit lower, and just double checking over the next few days, making sure that the ewes aren't able to get through there. So our goal with this creep area is to still allow the lambs access to grain while we slowly start reducing it out of the ewe's diet. Over the last week, that's what we've been doing, is slowly reducing the amount of grain that we give the ewes during their morning feeding. The reason why we were giving them grain before is to help with milk production, but now that we're getting ready to wean them, we want to slow that production down, and that will make the weaning process easier on the lambs and the ewes. Well, that'll wrap up this video. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe.